Hello, everybody. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow, this is great. $7 for 10 for 8. Yes. Hey. Hello. Welcome to the show. Let me get over there to the other broadcast. iVlog. Cooking up politics. Let's do that. Oops, wrong browser. I forgot. You know, they're phasing out the Edge browser. Yeah, they're having they're putting an Edge replacement in there. That's what I heard. Oh, don't ever spread. I always cast. $7 for 8 people, yeah. Hey, Howie. Hey, guys. Let me get into the iVlog room and crank up the Periscope show. So many things to do, you know. It's like people don't realize the backside of this and would normally involve a crew of about 50 people, but instead you've got me. Yeah, hang on. Okay, let's get some free love in here. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Yeah, we're having some time here. We're in David's kitchen, and we're now talking to a couple people in our show.
Welcome to DIY Easy Cooking.
And I've got do-it-yourself cooking going on right now as we speak. Yeah. Thank you for coming in. And this is recorded, this portion of the show. The technology side of cooking in the kitchen is pretty intense. Most people can't do it. I learned the hard way how to set this stuff up with the greatest of ease. And part of my trick is to have really good quality equipment. And I've been through 5 laptops to get there. And we've got a nice little Go Samson mic, which is doing very well. Got that for $24 at Best Buy. And it's performing nicely. Yeah, it's just getting the tricks. And this is a really interesting iPivo cam that I picked up. Isn't that nice? You can see my kitchen. And as you can see, we're still ripening quite a bit of vegetables. Hey, I have to get some water started here for this dinner. So today we're going to be featuring some really great shrimp. I found some wild Baja shrimp. It's pretty cool. Cooked, peeled, divined, tail on. So I'm going to have to pull the tail off of these little guys, but though this is, we record the broadcast, yeah, this is live. But if you're watching a recording at my David John Sponheim site, you certainly can. Hey, let's get the water in there. The rotini is going to require a little bit of about a half a container of water. Everyone okay with that? Yeah, I'll just stop it. But this is amazing stuff. Wild Baja shrimp. Now, you're not going to guess what I paid for this, but I got it on sale. It was $3.99. So let's take that water, and I also like to put a little Himalayan salt in the water. So get some of those 85 different elements and minerals going. I'm going to take a pinch of salt and throw it in the water. Yeah, that goes in your rotini when it's boiling. All right. I'm going to put that on level 6 with a cover. And I thought, I just literally bought these a while, like an hour and a half ago. So yeah, $3.99 for 8 ounces. So if you can get 8 ounces of shrimp for $3.99, that's your mark. $4. That's your most expensive item today. I'm going to pull the top off and pour all these shrimp in hot water to rehydrate. Not boiling. Rotini is this stuff. And I misspelled it, so let me go change the spelling here. This is Ronzoni rotini. It's a fairly old box, and Ronzoni makes all their rotini now is non-GMO, and you can look for the non-GMO label on the shelf. Try to find that. I was trying to be special by putting a U in there, but it doesn't belong. So it's just R-O-T-I-N-I. There we go. And what they are, they're curlicues. Like that, see? But I'm going to probably use white sauce today. You have a gray London broil that you're cooking from the dollar store? Are you serious? Okay, well, good luck, man. Ace Spade got a London broil for $1. That's amazing. I'm just going to go ahead and put the shrimp in the... Yeah, that's ridiculous, Howie. You're so fixated on every little detail. It's ridiculous. You're going to have to grow out of that, man. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is just pour the shrimp in a hot water that I prepped earlier. Hot filtered water. Just pour it right in there. Now they're already cooked, so all they have to do is just get soft. And then they can go in the entire mix with just a slight heat, so you kind of meld all the ingredients. Yeah, but we are going to have to pull the tails off, and that's where some of you people are a little bit, peculiar about the, you don't want to serve tails to people. That's priority. Hey, so we're looking at a pretty interesting situation with Trump. Yeah. Wow. Now, Lindsey Graham says that we should just use the Emergency Powers Act, and I agree. I think that's a good idea. And then Trump should just sign the bill and move on and get the government going, But Trump is sticking to his guns, and he thinks this is a pivotal point, and it's leverage that he's using against the Democrats so that they would make him do what they want. In Trump's mind, this would work. But the Democrats are sitting on a big win. They think that they're entitled. And I'm saying your names. You're Roach97. You're I Eat Bugs. David Godheim is here. Slop and Slander. Wow, that's pretty messed up, man. Yeah, the Orange Man is just bizarre. I was in the room today when he was talking to a bunch of his cronies, Trump supporters, and I chatted quite a bit. I was in there chatting with the Trump group. 10,000 people were watching his live broadcast from, I guess he's near the border in Texas. He's probably got a gal down there he hooks up with. I know. He has a wife, right? Hey, let me get the onions started, and I'm going to show you a few things you're going to need in this dinner besides the shrimp. 1 can of peas, worth $1. And this box you can get for $1 if you look for sale. I got this for $1, so we're up to $6. And then I added $1 for celery hearts. I went to and got some organic celery hearts. I'm just going to use a couple of these. A sweet yellow onion we make in Washington, and this is not organic, but hey, it's really a good onion, so I'm going to use it. And cabbage, I paid $1.38 a pound today, which was ridiculous, and I got about... Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with you, David Godheim, but I think your account got hijacked. Yeah. I think, yeah, there's something wrong with them. They've got this open account in Uganda, and somebody goes in there and just types. Anytime they... You paid $1.18 at Walmart? That's good. Yeah, see. All right, so $1.38. This cost me $1, which is ridiculous. I'm only going to use about a half of this cabbage. So the vegetables, the side vegetables, amount to about $1. All right. The peas are not included in the side vegetables. You can put a can of peas in there if you want. Okay, let's pull out the big guns here, or I should say the big knives. Check this out. Okay, as you know, got the greatest gift ever from Meow TV for Christmas. Got a 67 layer, check that out, 67 layer knife set from Damask Steel. And I'm going to be cutting the onion with this today. But look at this, these knives are incredible. They had like a cover over them. But I was blown away. I'm going to use this size knife right now. But it's just phenomenal. They even have little knife tips so that you don't hurt yourself when they come out. But isn't that something? Anyway, I'm going to put this over here. Always be careful with knives. Pull that little knife tip off and save that because you're going to need it. All right, we're going to get this thing done. Let me get my breadboard. I always use a cutting board for cooking and cutting. You know. We'll do the celery this way too. That'll be fun. Now I've used this knife before, so it's clean. Normally, I would, if it was the knife right out of the box, it would have been a incredibly yeah. Hey, it would have been dirty. So you clean all those things. You want to clean everything that's new. I got a new coffee maker. Check this out. Sarah and I picked up a brand new Mr. Coffee. Isn't that amazing? That's a thermos in there. It was reconditioned and sold at Heartland America for a grand total of $39. Can you imagine? $39. That would normally cost about $100 somewhere, you know? So I saw it at Heartland. I said, Sarah, that's what I really need is a Mr. Coffee maker. And it has a filter in it. So the water that goes in there, it actually filters. And then apparently Mr. Coffee sells these filters. Hey, that's just not called for. We don't allow any type of comments about sex here. Unless the whole room is frisky. Because this isn't a romance channel, all right? Hey, February 5th, according to 100 Proof Chaos, is going to be the disaster day. So you're on record, 100 Proof Chaos. Yeah, you predicted it. Okay, I'm getting that water boiling over here. I'm not really making any progress with the knife, so let's get this knife thing started. I'm going to bring you to full cam. Now, if you hear jets in the background, those are the Navy jets that are flying overhead. And they're a mess. I mean, the government shutdown did not shut down these Navy jets. They are ready to go. They're burning $3,000, or no, actually $10,000 every time they fly up above me. All right, with the knife, we're going to make a cut right down the side here. And I always kind of give it a start. A knife like this, pretty unpredictable. Easy cut. Trim off the back end of them. I do that just to get rid of the smell, because your most smell is coming out of the stock. Believe it or not, it does help. And one of the tricks people do is peel these things underwater. So Trump laid some cement and steel. That's pretty funny. And his fence is lame. It's not nearly as good as a container fence. I would prefer a container fence myself. And I was pitching the container fence in the room today. I was saying, you know, $1 billion container fence, let's do it. Screw the Democrats. Let's get this thing built. 1 billion will do it. I think we can scrape together $1 billion. Trump just has to get, you know, essentially down to the nitty gritty. What do we really need and how much? All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut this with the amazing knife that Meow TV gave me. It's just phenomenal how wonderful this knife is. I'm going to do some straight cuts right here. Wow. No longer any tiresome cuts. Everything's so easy now. But always keep your eye on the target. Never take your eye off, where this will cut your fingers off. Seriously. This knife is one of the sharpest knives I've ever seen. Always respect the knife. There's no way you can avoid it. Okay, really easy cuts. One way, like that. And then right down there like this. And essentially about 1/4 inch. Everything's good. Okay, we're going to turn the grill on here for level 3. There we go. Cooking on the grill, yeah. I can't open Skype. Skype was attacked. Yes. As you know, we're being hit hard with massive amounts of attacks every day. Yes. Turns out this is something that we managed to do without Skype. And when we open up Skype, we have no security at all. And we go through a VPN to do this. Yep. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get a little oil in the base of this pan. We'll use some olive oil here, extra virgin. Extra virgin. I got this at Trader Joe's. They wrote me a letter and told me that everything there, thank you, I am having a good evening, thank you. They told me that everything at Trader Joe's is non-GMO. Isn't that good to know? Now I'm going to hold them to that someday, and we're going to test everything at Trader Joe's. Okay, that's going. We got a hot pan. We got some hot oil going down. Try not to touch a dirty rag, so whenever you have to wipe your hands off. Always take out a new paper towel for your cooking experience, because the last thing your dining patrons want is that awful bacteria that collects. I don't use yellow dye number 5 or MSG. There's nothing in this entire dinner that has any of that. Well, I can tell you, Tony, and watch your language there. The bottom line is Trader Joe's is all about making money. I lost $10,000 on a deal with Trader Joe's. I was completely royally screwed out of a wine brokerage fee. Yeah, 10 grand. I worked the Trader Joe's order for about a year, and the Iranian I was working with took 10 grand of my money. I'm just telling you like it happened. Yeah. So his response was, David, I'm a businessman. David, I'm a business. This was his. I mean, no, that's not business when you screw somebody out of 10 grand. Sorry. It wasn't Trader Joe's fault. No, it was the Iranian. Trader Joe's kept hitting him with more and more reductions in price until finally, to close the deal, he had to cut the brokerage commission out of my deal. So Trader Joe's always drives people toward the lowest cost. That's why they're Trader Joe's. Anyway, I certainly hope they are serving non-GMO food in their restaurant or in their grocery outlet. All right, I'm going to put those onions in there. I'm going to turn it up to level 6. Now both burners are at level 6. And I'm going to open up this package of celery. I just got this today. It's quite a bit of celery for $4, but it's organic. Yeah, really good stuff. I'm kind of the reason why the O brand came into existence. I was the first guy that actually talked to the manager, the purchasing agent, at the corporate headquarters of Safeway. That's a cute one. Look at that. I'm going to pull about... There'll be 2 stocks, but I'm going to pull 4 of these little stocks off. Anyway, I was lucky enough to get a meeting with a guy, and I sat there in the early 80s, mid 80s, and I sat there repping my company and waiting for the interview. And there were like 9 guys in business suits that I was sitting next to, all from major companies. And I got my time to talk to him, and he was really impressed with everything. He said, "Wow, it's like this is awesome." It's like, wow. And you're telling me we can make money like 34% on every single sale? Yeah, you can increase the market will bear it. I was like the first guy that ever exposed him to it. So and I said, "Well, this is awesome. Do you want to order any of these items that I'm selling?" Because I was repping about 15 different items. No, I don't want to order anything. We're just going to make our own. So that's how the O brand was originally discussed. And they make 200 different organic food items at Safeway, and they sell it to all the other markets. So it's a pretty good, really good thing for America too. So I'm happy that I was able to actually turn them on to the idea. No, celery is not the most dangerous vegetable in the animal kingdom. No, nobody steals my ideas. I've come to the conclusion they just borrow them. I can't think that way. You see, when I made a vow of poverty, I never wanted to take financial gain from my ideas. Thank you, Bernie. And celery is the best vegetable out there because it gives you roughage, especially organic celery. I'm going to rinse this off. Okay, let's see how this knife handles the celery, shall we? I'm going to cut the ends off. Wow. That was phenomenal. Wow. Wow, that's really amazing. I have never had celery that tight before. Fantastic. Wow, I'm really impressed. Again, another stellar performance for the Damask steel. Thank you. Wow. Okay, I'm going to throw that in the with the onions. We've got a full boil going on our water back here, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the rotini in right now, the whole box. And as soon as you throw it in, you want to stir it up immediately. All right. Let's get that rotini cooking. Somebody and don't put the cover completely over it or it'll foam up. Somebody just told me last night, he said, "I've been following your recipes and man, I've been saving a lot of money on food." It's phenomenal. Yeah. Okay, let's give that onion mix a stir. That's not acceptable. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. I saw a little part of the brown onion in there. All right. Nice. Actually, I'm going to use the knife again. I'm going to cut a half of this cabbage up and put it in there. Now, my choice ingredient today will be dill weed. Bernie, you're not allowed to use that icon of the doxer there who's faked his death. Sorry, Bernie. I'll give that a little rinse in the water here. There we go. I'm going to bisect it in half. Nice. And with cabbage, if you put it right back in the bag and you tighten the bag up and get all the air out of it as much as you can, it'll last for about a week. No problem. It won't even brown out. Oops. Yeah, I just lost it right there. Okay, it's already boiling right now. Take the cover off your rotini. Don't put your cover on. Don't do as I do as I say. Because I just got a little blowover. No big deal, but... Okay, I'm going to throw dill weed in the pan now. I got some nice non-GMO dill weed here. $5.99 at Costco. I'm going to throw some dill weed on top of the onions and the celery, about a teaspoon. I'm going to throw a little salt in there, so I'm going to use some salt substitute. It's potassium iodide. All right, let me cut this into a portion that makes sense for everybody. 3 cuts down the side, like that, and then real simple cuts like this. Boy, this knife makes it a dream. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to throw that onto the cooking onions and celery. Nice. Okay, about halfway cooked through the cooking cycle, I'm going to put my peas in the hot water back here. So I'm going to throw peas in the hot water. Yeah, that's one of the techniques I use to use the hot water. Hey, you're not allowed to come in here and do that, buddy. You've been banned from here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we have a strict rule that you can't use that guy's face in here. Yeah, he's still around. He's modified his voice when he calls in to the Lot Lizard show. Oh, she's gonna love shrimp. It's gonna be great. Hey, I'm gonna get busy. It get busy time. Okay, I'm gonna put some water in here. So why not take a little of the shrimp water I have? It's filtered. Put water, about a quarter of a cup of water with the dill weed and the celery. There you go. And start letting it steam now. It needs the water to steam. A quarter cup. All right. Okay, here comes I'm pulling the tail off of the shrimp. And I'm throwing the tails in the compost heap. Now the shrimp is from Baja. Let me read you about it. These northern chef shrimp have been wildly caught by day boat fishermen in Magdalena Bay, located on the coast of the Pacific Ocean in Baja, California. These Pacific shrimp are firmer and sweeter than regular farm-raised shrimp, and even other wild-caught shrimp from the Gulf of Mexico. So northern chef shrimp are always all natural with no preservatives, chemicals, or other additives. By purchasing these shrimp, you will be supporting a community of small-scale fishermen committed to preserving the health of their home. Magdalena Bay and making their methods of catch more sustainable. Now, this is interesting because guess who recently bought property in Baja and north of Baja? The Chinese and the Thai. And guess what this says? This is harvested in Mexico, processed in Thailand. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little too hard to see. Processed in Thailand. See that? Harvested in Mexico, processed in Thailand. So they're buying up Mexican property, the Chinese are. And they're raising shrimp. Isn't this amazing? Okay, let me get busy on this. It's get busy time. Now that all those vegetables are cooking now, I'm going to throw the onions. Excuse me. I'm going to throw the peas in with the boiling water there. It's going to slow the cooking cycle on the rotini down significantly. I'm going to give it a little stir. There we go. I'm going to bring that up to a boil again. Meanwhile, I'm going to continue pulling my tails off of these guys. Boy, this looks great. And they're so tender when they're pre-cooked like this. You don't want to cook them more than just set them in the hot water. All right. They will add all their flavor to your dish at the end when it's just sealing all the fusion is going on right now. The cover is down. You've got a fusion process going on. All those flavors of the onion, celery, and cabbage and dillweed are coming together. Now, the dillweed's important because if you don't have some dillweed in there, it's not going to taste like something with herbs. You really have to have garlic in there too. So I am going to pull the garlic, my crushed garlic, out of the refrigerator and throw some garlic in there as I throw the shrimp in there. You can also pepper if you'd like at that point, if you like pepper, and a little bit of salt is important. Shrimp like this are not usually salty enough for people when they're making a dinner. So out of the refrigerator, I'm going to pull garlic and some yogurt that I've got to eat up. And one of the reasons why I made this is I wanted to turn this into an Alfredo sauce. And you can do it very simply with yogurt. Wow, we've got a real wild scumbag in here. Hang on. Thank you. Handy napkin, yeah. Okay. Getting ready to pull the garlic out of the refrigerator. Doing pretty well on time. So this is kind of an out of the refrigerator, out of the freezer meal that you can make if you're in an apartment on your own. And the nice thing is those 8 meals, you could virtually put them in the freezer and cook them up whenever you want. Okay, the rotini is plumping up very nicely. I'm going to go get the garlic. I'm going to get a little butter. Okay, I'm going to turn this down to a simmer now. Turn your vegetables down to a simmer. All right. Okay. All right, I'm going to throw a little bit of chimichurri in there. It's kind of an Italian Spanish taste. It's mostly basil. Pesto sauce. I'm going to throw about a tablespoon of pesto sauce in there. And I'm going to put a tablespoon of minced garlic. Okay, let's start with a tablespoon of minced garlic. And a tablespoon of pesto sauce. That's probably enough right there. That has salt in it too, so you're gonna toss it in there, give it a little stir. Throw your shrimp right in. This is your shrimp you've been peeling. I've been peeling. Stir it all up and keep it on a simmer. Just let everything kind of meld together right now. Now the cabbage is done. The onions and celery are done. Everything is basically done. The food on the stove, I can turn off the water now. I went from level 6 to turning it off. And it just heats in its own juices right now. Yeah, let's get things going here. Yeah, so I hope everyone's having a good day. We're not freaking out that the government's been closed over 20 days now. Oh, come on, Ace Spade. Food is delectable. I mean, the food I cook, Sarah's lucky to have a guy cook with my talents. She really is. Oh, really? Chef Ramsay found traces of cocaine at all or some of his restaurants? Are you just making that up? That's pretty funny, though. Well, there are people who are worried about their food stamps. So come February, right now food stamps are rolling out. But come February, we may have a shutdown. That's a problem. Yeah. I think Facebook makes up everything. I think Mark Zuckerberg is probably busily making up stuff just to get notoriety. Which refuse? You know, I got the shrimp, Darth. You probably missed the segment where I got the shrimp from Baja, California. This 8-ounce package of shrimp cost me $3.99. And you could buy that with your EBT card. So, makes a nice meal. It really does. All right, I'm about ready to get my big bowl out, which I put all my food in. Now, last week I showed you how to, I always rinse my bowls out so I make sure everything is clean, double clean. You know, there's residue from the dish soap that gets on your food. Gee, this tastes like dish soap. What did you use? Well, I used dish soap. You're ready for the shutdown. Cod Fisherman's all set. He's ready, prepped, ready to go. I was telling people last night that it's better to hold on to angel hair than ramen. Angel hair is actually a longer, has a better quality food item, and it preps just as fast as ramen. And it's a heck of a lot better for you in general. Yeah, angel hair. It's the pasta that you can just rehydrate fast, yeah. That's great stuff. Ramen will kill you, yeah. It's got fluoride in it. We see eye to eye on that one. And I also am very alerted to MSG now that you brought up that article, Howie. Thank you. No, he's just telling you ramen can kill people if they overdo it. I don't think I need a Boy Scout troop to protect me, but thank you. I don't think Olive Garden has a restaurant in Italy. You know, they tried to open up a Taco Bell in Mexico. They couldn't do it. They could not open up a Taco Bell in Mexico. No one wants to eat there. They've tried multiple times. Well, you got to eat wheat belly if you want to survive in this coming apocalypse. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to add my butter. So I'm going to take some of the whipped butter I have, which has a little olive oil in it. I'm going to put about that much butter in it. Oh, you can't see that. Hang on. There we go. And Sarah's home. I'm putting quite a bit of butter in here, about a tablespoon. A heaping tablespoon.
It smells so good.
Yeah, good.
Maybe they had smell-o-vision.
Yeah, they should have smell-o-vision. I'm going to turn my temperature up to level 3 now on this mix. I'm increasing my temperature to 3. Now I'm going to take a couple of big, huge tablespoons, heaping tablespoons of yogurt. I've got yogurt I've got to eat up, some Greek yogurt here. I showed this to you before. You can barely see it. But I need to get rid of it because yogurt can go bad fairly quickly if you open up a container. I'm just going to throw 2 big heaping things of yogurt in here. Okay, then I'm going to mix it all up and keep that level at 3 and go from there. We're doing pretty well time-wise. Shrimp rotini with peas. Now the shrimp and the rotini have to be drained, so I'm going to eat this yogurt if it's okay with you. Mmm, that's good. Okay. I'm going to grab this and take a look at the sink. Bring on the sink. So how was your day?
Good.
Good. That's good. It's a nice dress you're wearing.
Thank you.
It's very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to drain this in here. I always run water when I drain this out. But the peas are done. The rotini's done. Everything's done. That makes the hot water not scorch your drain. If you have any rubber down there, it could affect your rubber. Okay, let's take a look at what it goes. We're to go right into the bowl with this. All right. That was a piece of pepper there at the bottom. Yeah, that wasn't anything. Yeah, Trump lawn press conference, good. I'm going to add that to our show tonight. We'll watch it. Thank you, Saggy Jake. Hello, Scissor Fight. Thanks for kicking him out of the room. Yeah, I saw this earlier. I tapped right into the actual meeting with Trump, in which he talked to everybody. We'll take that into the show tonight. Thank you. All right. We are dealing with an attack. I'll deal with it right now. Got him. Okay, and Michael Cohen's going to testify in front of Congress, which is great. That's the best news I've heard yet. And we'll take out Slander Wise. This is what I was saying earlier about the technology, Without this technology, you're out. Without the other laptop wasn't nearly as good as this one. I'm serious. I mean, it's something about buying a Dell. You're getting tested equipment. Okay. Well, Darth, I'm here to help. That's why I'm building this political movement. Why do you think I'm doing this? I'm not trying to be anything like you're saying. I'm just trying to help here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take and mix up the... Oh, you almost saw my feet down there, didn't you? All right, I'm going to stir this up. Just take all that butter and all that yogurt, mix it all together, like that. You can turn all the burners off. Okay. Now you can top this with Parmesan. I'm putting everything on top, like this. Mix it all together and just go ahead and mix everything up right now. Cheese of any kind make this really good. So I'm going to take... Dang. I'll have to deal with that later. Okay. Flying rotini. I've got some organic cheese I'm going to just slice up and put on top. Some organic cheddar.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to cut a little piece off with my Cutco knife. Just top it off, put it on top of the dish. It'll melt by the time the warming of the oven. And I'm not going to warm this on this grill. Last time I did that, it overcooked a little bit on the bottom, even though I had melt feature. But that should be good. And once it melts, you can mix it all up in there.
Is that cabbage in there?
No, it's shrimp. Check out the shrimp I got.
Talking about.
Oh yeah, cabbage and shrimp works really well.
Okay.
If you've never tried it, it's incredible. This shrimp I got from Wild Baja.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
It's it turns out the Chinese are buying down in Baja, and so are the Thailand people. And it turns out they can actually make shrimp down there. And they've got a big shrimping industry they're starting down in Baja. See what I mean about how we need to compete as a nation? All right, I covered it up. I made the dinner. You can see it. Sarah's here. This will feed 8 people comfortably. And just let that cover and let that sit, and it'll be ready to serve in about 20 minutes. Just in its own heat. All right? And again, Parmesan's easier than everything else. All right, everyone, I'm going to sign off, but thank you very much for the recorded broadcast, and we'll talk to you later. Take care. Okay. We're still recording. We're still broadcasting. I'm going to go over there and start the